Four was absolutely lit last night. And the festivities continue just down the road at Cleveland State inside the Wolstein Center for the Women's College All-Star Game. It is back for the first time in almost 2 decades, and we are ready to rock with some amazing players here in Cleveland. So excited to be with you, Courtney Lau, alongside former Notre Dame All-American and 3-time Olympian Natalie Achonwa. How cool is it for these women to get the chance to kind of bridge between college and now professional?
Oh, it's so exciting. This is actually their first professional game, and to be here in Cleveland in this environment, learning from some OGs, some vet coaches and players, it's such an exciting time.
Yeah, they were really excited yesterday at practice and ready to go for this one. We have 2 legends leading our teams. Nancy Lieberman is a coach on one, Cheryl Miller a coach on the other bench. And let's look at the Team Miller roster. Take a look at this group. All-stars throughout. Sarah Scalia is one of the captains. She is out of Indiana, but I know you've got your eye on Jalen Sherrod out of Colorado.
Yes, I mean, she's so competitive, so gritty, and you know what my favorite thing is? Actually the defense. And I know we're playing an all-star game and who wants to see defense, but Pac-12 all-defensive team, I hope she gets busy today.
Oh, let's go. Will we see defense? We'll figure that out in just a moment. On the other bench, they are led by Nancy Lieberman. Here is the lineup for Team Lieberman. And moments ago, we stepped inside Team Lieberman's locker room.
We play to win. We're going to enjoy ourselves, but we're going to play to win, and we're going to play hard, and you'll walk out of this thing, and this will be something we'll remember collectively forever.
Yeah, got to play to win. Even in an all-star game, you cannot miss Deasia Fair out of Syracuse. She's projected to be a top 10 pick in the WNBA draft.
A well-deserved top 10 pick. I mean, she has the number 3 amount of points in all NCAA history. I mean, Kelsey Plum's in the arena as well, and she's number 2 overall time. But Deasia Fair, I mean, I'm so excited to have her in this game and for her to be able to compete, throw some buckets up, and make it exciting today.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And there are 2 legends, Nancy Lieberman, Cheryl Miller, both gold medalists, both All-Americans. How cool is, what an experience for these players to get to meet and coach with these legends.
Olympians, All-Americans, just vets in the game. And not only is it going to be fun today, but they dropped some gems yesterday. I remember Coach said, master the things that don't take talent. So things to take into the pro life as well.
All right, so here we go. Here are the Sattva starting lineups. Starting with Team Miller, they will be in the Navy jerseys today. We mentioned Sarah Scalia out of Indiana. She is one of the captains. And looking at Team Lieberman, they'll be in the white jerseys today with the blue lettering. Also an Indiana Hoosier is one of the captains in Mackenzie Holmes, so a couple of teammates going head-to-head here in this one. Jessica Carter wearing number 14 for Team Miller in the Navy. She'll be jumping off against Cameron Taylor out of Virginia.
Yeah, we're starting off early. And I love when 2 feisty players get to guard each other. So I know we're not playing defense. I know. But
hey, we might.
I know. Kelsey put this play in yesterday, and she said it's an automatic bucket. So we're starting off strong and see if they actually get a bucket from this.
Yeah, keep in mind, Kelsey Plum, a 2-time WNBA champion. She is an assistant coach for Team Miller in the Navy jerseys. And immediately they do get a bucket down low coming from Lauren Gustin out of BYU.
A little high-low action, big girl to big girl.
How do you approach a game like this, Natalie, where you haven't played with these players before and you've got, they had 2 hours yesterday to practice and then they go play a game today?
You know, it's actually funny to see the difference and in approach between 2 teams. One took it, I think, truly all-star game. Coach Lieberman's team was out there shooting around, getting to know each other a little bit, and then Coach Miller on the other side had them running 5-on-5, actually playing, and I was wondering, did they need to be taped for that? Because it was live in practice.
Yeah, 2 very different practices. It was cool to hear, there's Nancy Lieberman leading the team in white. It was cool to hear her talk to these women about the next steps, what's coming. Yeah, there was a little more loose in that practice, whereas I felt like we had to be real serious and real quiet in Team Miller's practice.
Very much, but I mean, you can see how they're coming out today. The energy is there regardless of how practice was yesterday.
And there's Deasia Fair up to Unique Drake, who puts up the 3. Rebound back up and not good from Cameron Taylor, but she'll get a second opportunity, and Taylor is going to finish out of Virginia. She led Virginia in scoring in 14 games this season, spent 2 previous seasons at Marquette before 3 seasons at Virginia.
I love a good play call in an all-star game. and this was one of Kelsey Plum's plays. So if there's any W teams out here scouting, I don't know if Kelsey's giving away the goods, but there's a nice three.
Honesty Scott Grayson out of Auburn with the triple. So we told you about Deasia Fair. She's #1 in that white jersey, projected to be the 10th pick going to the Connecticut Sun in the upcoming draft. That'll be on April 15th.
Tempo is what we like to see in an all-star game because we want to see buckets, but I don't know about turnovers.
Oh, Jalen Sherrod with the turnover.
Yes, and this is what we were talking about earlier, the big three right there. Boom. We like to see it. I want to see points on the board in an all-star game, so I'm not mad at them jacking up some threes, and that's a great start for Miller. They're up 5-2 against Team Lieberman.
Yeah, listening to Coach Miller yesterday, one of the things she told them before they started their practice was, look, if you're a two-point shooter, don't come out here and be jacking up threes. If you're a three-point shooter, please come jack up some threes. Be who you are, but have fun with it.
Yes, exactly. Have fun with it and win. I think that was the big word in both practices was win.
And honestly, Scott Grayson came to ball out today, a first-team All-SEC selection this year.
Yes, she did. I mean, she puts up 17.3 points this season. Ooh. And we saw her warming those up. Fair has range on her shot, so it doesn't matter. Every time it goes up, I'm thinking it's going in.
So we mentioned Kelsey Plum, two-time WNBA champion, is one of the assistant coaches on Team Miller. And Kelsey's wearing a mic for us. How's it going over there on the Team Miller bench?
Guys, thanks for having me. This is such a cool environment. I'm loving this. And I don't know if Nancy can hear me, but I think I'm supposed to be talking trash to her throughout the entire game.
Well, I don't know if you're ready for talking trash because I saw that play you put in, and I thought that was supposed to be an automatic bucket play, but I didn't see the ball go in.
Deasia Fair with the miss.
I did, guys. I put in a play, and I told him it works every time, and it didn't work. So I think it's fault #1 on my coaching expertise.
Hey, but the ball's still going in. I mean, you're up 11-4, right? So.
Yeah, honestly, Scott Grayson's sure hitting. What do you like about her game so far?
First of all, her name. Are you kidding me? Like, honesty? Like, how? I was telling someone earlier, I was like, if your name is Honesty, can you even tell a lie? Honesty, honestly, no. No, but she can shoot. Super talented. I think she's definitely a pro. And it's really cool to see her play live. Got to see her play on TV a lot, but to see her play live, she's smooth, silky smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Bang, bang.
Scalia stepping into it. Oh, man. Kelsey, thank you. We'll check back in with you in just a moment.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Kelsey Plum over there working for Team Miller, getting her first taste of being Coach Plum.
I mean, what an amazing opportunity, too, to have KP, to have Kelsey Plum on a bench for them. So you have the OGs, you have the vets in the game leading the team, but to add a current player and one that's been so successful at many levels, being a part of that coaching staff, it's got to be a great opportunity for these players to tap in, and there goes Fair with a nice spicy lay-in.
Yeah, Deasia Fair, fearless down the middle of the paint.
Yeah, great opportunity, though. I hope they're tapping into all that they can learn from Coach Kelsey Plum.
You heard Natalie mention it earlier. Deasia Fair, she is 3rd on the career scoring list in NCAA history. So, of course, Caitlin Clark is 1st. Kelsey Plum, who we just talked to, is 2nd. And Deasia Fair is 3rd.
And let's push the tempo. Throw it, throw it, throw it.
You like to see him go faster in these type of games?
Yeah, I want to see him go fast. Like I said, I want to see a lot of points on the board. And Scott Grayson, she's answering that call to put the points on the board.
Yeah, give her 9 points right now. For honesty, Scott Grayson, she's 4 for 4, has not missed a shot.
I like that. High percentage shot. She's finishing at the rim. She's athletic. And let's see what Fair is calling for right here.
Over to Unique Drake out of St. John's, was an All-Big East first-team selection. She was the 6th Woman of the Year 2 seasons ago. There's Abby Shue, the step back from the product out of Columbia.
She's another one, when she puts it up, I'm expecting it to go in as well.
Absolutely, the Ivy League Player of the Year. 3rd in Ivy League career scoring. Not bad for Abby Shue, number 20 in white. Lauren Gustin, the turnaround, up and in, that's smooth.
Yes, a little grit with a little finesse there. Nice little spin move.
Lauren Gustin was an AP All-American honorable mention a couple of times in her career.
I'm just waiting for one to go in. Both of those shots that Bear have taken from range, they have been great. And coming after this break, I can't wait to see Bear put that ball in, but the real highlight right here is Scott Grayson. She's been putting up numbers for the Navy team, and we'll get back after break.
Women's College All-Star Game on ESPN2 is presented by Skechers Basketball. Experience comfort that performs. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Zappos, delivering wow 24/7, more than shoes. Well, if your player is playing in the All-Star Game, you got to show out. There's Johnny Harris. She is Auburn's head coach and got to coach Honesty Scott Grayson, who has come out in this game. Natalie, she already has 9 points for Team Miller, 4 for 4 from the field.
You couldn't tell Honesty Scott Grayson that this wasn't a real game. She has come out hooping.
Yeah, and it's so cool to be able to cover Honesty. This is her and her brother, Tyreek. Honesty started her career at Baylor and then transitioned over to Auburn after her freshman season. And getting to talk with Honesty this season, she said Tyreek was such a big part of her growing up. He was always there for her, was that support system when she was going through tough times. College is not easy. It's a hard thing to do, and she has really become a leader and come into herself at her time at Auburn.
Yeah, and what an amazing story to have that perseverance, to be able to go through something, come out the other side, and know that your family and your support system is there to guide you through the whole thing. And amazing to hear, ending her collegiate career and now in her first pro game, and she has been putting up some points on the board. Big rebound and a little bit, I don't know, there's a little contact on that. We're not going to call contact in an all-star game.
Yes, are there fouls in this game? That was Bella Murakatete out of Washington State, who's their career leader in rebounding, blocks, starts, and games played. Shot goes up from Quenisha Lockett out of Toledo. Again, this is the first All-Star game since 2007.
Go, Peeps, go.
Anaya Peoples up and in, started her career at Notre Dame before going to DePaul.
Okay, I said I want points on the board, but I want some even points on the board. Hopefully the home team can add a couple more.
Oh, but hey, they're going fast, that pace that you wanted to see. Quenisha Lockett can absolutely fly, but can't finish.
Yeah, maybe the second lineup was listening to me on the broadcast when I said I want him to speed it up and put some points on it.
Gabby Gregory dishing it off to her teammate, Sydney Taylor out of Louisville.
And there we go.
Yeah, Kaylee Trong with the up and in. She helped Gonzaga get to the Sweet 16 this year, along with her twin sister, Kaylin, who was playing in the three-point contest in Arizona on Thursday.
Oh, and defense? And defense?
We got a little defense here?
They were definitely listening to me.
We'll take it.
And a three from Edwards.
Dreana Edwards out of Baylor. Kaylee Trong loses it. Lockett just wants to push. A little bit short on the layup, though. Got her own rebound, got it back. She'll hit McKenna Marisa for three.
Yes, Marisa with a deep three. Let's see if Gregory can match it. Nope, never mind. She said, I'm going to take you one-on-one.
Yes, trying to go one-on-one with Grace Berg.
Taylor just needed the warm-up one, the last one. Now she's feeling good. She's another one that I feel like when it goes up, it's going to go in.
Sydney Taylor, shooter from Louisville. She led the Cardinals with 57 threes this season.
That's the backdoor play that Kelsey Plum had put in yesterday. And Lockett is getting shots up, and it doesn't fall.
She's not afraid to take her shot, though.
No, she is not. I like the confidence. Also like the dreads. A little purple
Yeah, a
action
little purple in there.
Taylor again.
A deep three. A Caitlin Clark three, if you will.
A little half-court one, and one!
Hey, we got a foul!
We got a foul! and the bucket. I love a good and one play.
Dreana Edwards is going to go to the free throw line for Team Miller. Of course, Cheryl Miller leading the team in navy, Nancy Lieberman leading the team in white.
I'm like, this might be like one of the first and ones in an All-Star game?
I think so.
I don't know, we might need to find those graphics. I said that we weren't going to have fouls. Are we subbing on the fly? Oh, no, never mind. They were having a little huddle over there. I thought she came off right off the bench.
Quick meeting, quick team meeting.
That's got to be one of those trick plays, too. Oh,
Yeah,
we're actually getting active in the post here. Nice steal by Edwards.
Edwards is going to bring the break up. Started her career at Kentucky, helped them win an SEC championship.
Get in
What
there.
a feed to Grace Berg from Drake.
She said, I'm going to take the steal, I'm going to dribble it up, and I'm going to throw the back door.
Strong's three is no good. We got less than 18 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's an 11-3 run for Team Miller.
Okay, I was wondering if we're going to call some real plays and take the last shot.
We know that the team in Navy has 3 plays at least. They put those in yesterday in their only practice.
And that was one, the ghost screen. Edwards, can she get it back in? Ah, too many dribbles.
So it has been all Team Miller coming out in this first quarter in our first All-Star game since 2007, and they have Peoples with the bucket, and then Dreana Edwards. She knows how to hit a big 3 or 2 in her career. All Team Miller after 10 minutes here in Cleveland. Well, tomorrow afternoon, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, on ABC, we will have the Women's National Championship game between Caitlin Clark in Iowa and undefeated South Carolina. Our pregame special gets us all started at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Plus, Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, they are back doing their own commentary on the game on ESPN and ESPN Plus. We had an outstanding Final Four last night, and then the Women's All-Star game here in Cleveland just down the road. Dreana Edwards, Natalie, has been great so far.
She's been doing a little bit of everything. I liked that 3. I liked how she stole the ball and then pushed the break and hit a backdoor pass. I mean, she was doing literally everything on the court for them. And so exciting to see that in an All-Star game.
I love it. Dreana Edwards coming in off the bench, playing for Team Miller, led by Cheryl Miller, who is their coach. Team Lieberman, led by Nancy Lieberman. They're in the white jerseys. First time we've had an All-Star game in almost 2 decades, but excited to have it back, and a pretty good crowd over here at Cleveland State, just down the road from where the Final Four is being played in downtown Cleveland. And Deaisha Fair back in the game for the white team, Team Lieberman. She's in that #1 jersey, projected to be a top 10 pick in the WNBA draft. Peoples pushing. Look at the change of pace, but she is rejected inside. And then the lay up and in from Sydney Taylor.
Doesn't matter. You get blocked, got to turn around, and you got to get back on defense, and you got to... Oh!
There it is. Hey, Quenisha Lockett, she's been putting up shots. That one finally goes through.
Yes, she definitely was putting up shots in the first quarter, and I'm glad to see the ball go in. That's sometimes all you need is just one ball to go in, see it go through the net, and then the rest of them are going to be money.
I felt like Caitlin Clark that way for her last night. She was limited in the first half of that Final Four game against UConn, and then once she saw it go in, watch out.
That was definitely not on my bingo card. I think she had like 4 points at one point, Caitlin Clark, in that game, and then all of a sudden it just lights went on.
She'd been averaging 30 in the tournament. That one rattles out. There's Dre Edwards. Oh, almost had the rebound. Back over to Fair. Abby Shue thought about it. She'll swing it to Sydney Taylor. And Quenisha Lockett is going to slow things down. Kind of what we expected seeing practice yesterday. Team Miller, super serious. They went the full 2 hours. Team Lieberman got shots up, scrimmaged a little bit.
And now we're seeing the score of 34-15, and I'm wondering if it's because they went 5-on-5 yesterday.
It's such an important time for these women, too, because the transition, what is that transition like when you're leaving your college days and you're getting ready to be a professional? That's exactly what these women are doing.
It's a huge transition, and I mean, it's the same, or similar at least, that when you go from high school and you go to college and you're starting fresh almost, and that's the same thing that's going to happen here as they come into the pro world. They're going to be rookies. They're going to be almost freshmen all over again when they get to the league or when they get overseas or when they get into this pro life.
Do you remember your first pro practice?
I mean, it was, oh, welcome to the big girl league. And at that time, I was playing with Tamika Catchings too, so I had one of the vets on my team.
Tamika Catchings, a Tennessee great. Loves her defense. Loves her some defense.
She loves everything competitive about basketball. And if she's watching this, she's going to see, I saw your Tennessee orange on. Yeah. It's not. I'm telling you, Tamika, I promise I love you, but not that much.
It is. It is Tennessee orange, as a fellow Tennessee volunteer. Courtney Lyle and Natalie Achunwa with you from Cleveland. We're at Cleveland State here for the Women's All-Star Game. Heavy shoe, Jalen Sherrod. There's a little steal in defense.
That is that Pac-12 all-defensive team that I said I wanted to see in this game.
Jessica Carter out of Mississippi State with the turnaround, but missed. She'll get a second opportunity, won't get the bounce. Sarah Scalia won the women's three-point contest on Thursday night in Phoenix. She's wearing number 21 in Navy today for Team Miller.
Wondering if Scott Grayson is going to come out firing again, or if she's just cooled down, just going to let the rest of her team maybe take the lead here.
Coach Miller's pretty calm over there on the bench. Got a nice little lead here.
You're right. Surprisingly. After how practice was yesterday, I didn't think she was going to be this calm.
So honestly, Scott Grayson there, already 9 points, came out 4 for 4 from the field. She leads all scorers right now in this game. Unique Drake trying to drive on Sherrod, up off the window. Jalen Sherrod showing all kinds of handles. Short shot by Lauren Gustin. Drake got the mid-range.
So smooth, so smooth. Attacking the hip on the ball screen, and just the defense eggs, it's just a pull-up. Easy money.
Am I on? Am I on?
This becomes a media timeout.
Dang.
I'm on? Oh, listen, we're having a moment. We're having a lapse, but we'll be back. We're kicking Nancy's butt. Look at the score.
Kelsey Plum, wear the mic for us.
Fans, thank you for joining us today.
We appreciate that. How do you think it's going so far for Team Miller?
Oh, I mean, I think it's going great. I think we're shooting the ball at a really high clip. We're rebounding the ball really well. I saw Nat, we were running a couple plays. We ran a couple plays. We didn't have the best execution, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
I know you haven't run the plays right today. I'm going to put that on the coaches and not the players, but I did see Edwards throw kind of similar to a backdoor pass you maybe kind of put in yesterday, so I'll give you a little credit as a coach today.
That is terrible timing because I have no idea what you said. But I'm having fun, and this is super cool to see all the fans out here. And really just great talent. Like people that want to play at the next level, they get an opportunity to do this. So shout out to ESPN for allowing this opportunity.
Kelsey, I wanted to ask you, what was these women get a chance, this is their first professional game really from college. What's that transition like, your first pro practice, your first day as a pro?
Natalie knows it's really a lot of mental fortitude. Like you really have to be able to lock in, and there's a lot more distractions, there's a lot more things going on. Obviously the talent's better, but at the end of the day, you've been doing this your whole life. You got to trust your abilities and go out there and have fun.
One thing you remember from your first pro practice?
That even the player that sits at the end of the bench is that good.
Yep.
Is that good? Welcome to the Women's League.
Yeah. Kelsey, thank you. Go back to coaching. We appreciate it. Yeah, it is so competitive. I mean, even if you get drafted, I mean, there's still, you got to go make a roster in the WNBA. That is tough.
Yes, and with only 12 teams, 12 players, 144 spots, it's extra tough, not only to crack the league and get on a team, but stay on a team. And that's where that kind of grit and tenacity has to stay in your career and in your work ethic.
So here's Jalen Sherrod. What a great story. playing for Colorado. This is a player out of Birmingham, Alabama. She signed with Colorado when Colorado was last in the Pac-12. It was her only Power 5 offer. She has been told her whole life, you know, you're too small, you can't play at this level. And she said, watch me work with all Pac-12, all defensive team, the Scholar Athlete of the Year in the Pac-12, and an All-American.
That takes heart. That takes heart. If it's truly something that you want. And just like Sherrod has dug deep her entire career to prove that she is able to do this, she's able to compete at the high level, I don't doubt that she will continue to do that and take that into her pro career.
You mentioned that defense. She just got that tenacious defense with her. Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention one of the most impressive things. She's working on her second master's degree.
Incredible, incredible. I mean, it's so hard to be a student athlete and you want to go ahead and get 2 master's degrees. She said one wasn't even enough for me.
Small flex, small flex.
Subtle flex.
Lauren Gustin back to Jessica Carter. Short from the free throw line, and the rebound by Kaylee Trong.
It was really fun to see in practice yesterday that Coach Miller really took time to talk to their post players specifically, and just, you can never stop learning, even in an opportunity or a situation like an all-star game, all-star practice, you can never stop learning. And she was just giving the little tidbits that they can take onto their pro career and how to continue to get better at the game.
I think we're seeing more and more reaching out to the younger generation, trying to help them with that bridge to the pros. And coming up at halftime, Kelsey Plum will show you how she's doing that a little bit more with her dog camp, her Plum Dog camp that comes up in the summer. But sometimes you get thrown into the pros and it's such a different change. You don't know what's happening. And I love that we're seeing that advice coming down, being passed down a little bit more.
That give back to the game is so important. I know I've had some amazing mentors in my time in learning from them, and not only just how to be a great basketball player on the court, but also to be a great person. And for these coaches to give back, Kelsey to give back through her dog camp, it's amazing to see and continue to grow the game, and that's why the game is where it is at today.
Sarah Scalia with the triple.
2 big 3-pointers. Like I said, they want to put the points up on the board. Coming in at a trail 3. I like that one. Like I said, points on the board. And Fair doing what she does, creates down the middle, kicks to a wide open 3 for her teammate, and throw them up. 3-pointers to go into break.
Well, the 28th annual WNBA draft is next Monday night on ESPN, and the At the Indiana Fever have the first pick. Who will they select? Do we think it's Caitlin Clark? Probably. Followed by the LA Sparks and the Chicago Sky. Our coverage begins with WNBA Countdown at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific from Brooklyn. And if you take a look at ESPN's mock draft, Caitlin Clark up at the top, obviously, but De'Asia Fair in that 10 spot to Connecticut. How do you think her game translates to the WNBA and to the Sun?
You know, fit is huge in the WNBA, and I think she actually really fits nicely with the Sun. I mean, she's got to be able to create, which she does really well, and then you have Brianna Jones coming back off an injury, post player, also be able to create for Alyssa Thomas. She's going to be able to distribute the ball and, you know, be a little crafty.
Yeah, really cool to see how she's grown over her career. I can't wait to see what's next for De'Asia Fair out of Syracuse. You just saw that list that she's on. Not a bad list to be on. Top 3 in career scoring. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, and then De'Asia Fair, number 1 in that white jersey here at the All-Star Game. Fair will take it in the corner.
There it goes.
How about it? Needed to see that one go through. Her first 3 today. She's up to 7 points.
We talked about that earlier. Sometimes you just need to see one go in. Now it might be showtime for Fair.
2 points for Team Miller.
Uh-oh, feeling it. There it is. You were right, Natalie.
Maybe a little prediction? No, we just saw 1 go in, so 2 is easy for her. It's a lot of points you put up in a college career, so 2 threes just to add to the bucket.
Sarah Scalia trying to go in. Lauren Gustin can't take it back up. If you crush 2 threes in a row, we got to see them again, right?
Love a little corner 3. She looked her right in the eye before she shot that. I like that. I like the competitive fire. Let's see if she throws up a couple more for us before halftime.
Deasia Fair started her career at Buffalo, was there for 3 seasons, was the MAC Freshman of the Year, and then when Felicia Leggett-Jack took the job at Syracuse, you know, Deasia Fair had a big decision to make. Do I follow my coach? Do I go somewhere else? And she's talked about it so openly. Coach Jacks gave her permission, said, look, take the pressure off. If you need to go somewhere else, that's fine. You don't have to follow me. But she wanted to follow Coach Jack to Syracuse, and it's been such a great pair. She's really helped Deasia grow into the player that she is today.
You know, one of my biggest points in playing basketball and sports, it's always the people. And it's amazing to hear that story and how their relationship has developed and how close they've stayed.
Coach Jack is somewhere here in the stands. She's been floating around. I've seen her a couple of times. You knew she'd be here to watch Deasia play. Little short corner shot, left short. And Jalen Sherrod's going to push pace. Doesn't have much help. Free throw line, short. Unique Drake up and in on the break. Arquitete swats that one out of bounds, and we'll have a full 5 substitution. 10 players on each team. Team Miller wearing those Navy jerseys, led by Cheryl Miller, who is their head coach, of course, a 4-time All-American, 3-time Naismith Player of the Year, and an Olympic gold medalist.
This was that second lineup that really turned up the energy and put up a bunch of points on the board the last time when they came in the first quarter. So let's see if they turn it up again here.
Tanisha Lockett was looking for Graceberg. The swipe from Fair. Over to Drake for 3.
I really thought Fair was going to shoot that 3 in transition.
I did too.
She said maybe I want to try it for a little assist here.
Yeah, not going for the heat check just yet. Drake looking for some room. Back out to Fair. Ooh, that would have been a deep shot. The step back here from Deasia Fair won't go. And there's a foul underneath by Isaiah Baines out of Seton Hall. I feel like she's getting more and more comfortable, Deasia Fair, as this game goes on.
Hopefully, because then that's when the showtime really comes in.
That's right.
And that's what the people really want to see.
Yeah. Foul underneath, as it was Kanisha Lockett who was going up for the bucket. She's out of Toledo, an Omaha, Nebraska native, a 4-time All-MAC selection, 3-time team captain with Toledo. Second in career points at Toledo as well, averaged 15.6 rebounds a game this year. Drops it in.
That's why I love All-Star games, because you just think of a coach saying, that might not have been the best shot, but if it goes in, it's always a good shot.
Is anybody complaining about a shot in an All-Star game?
I know. The good basketball mind in me. Ooh, and one!
Anea Peoples, get it!
Yes. I love the energy. Bring out the energy. I love a good and one. Little dribble drive. Fair got caught sleeping and a little pull-up. Outside stepped up a little bit too high there. I know it's an All-Star game. I know it's an All-Star game, but I love good basketball.
Yeah. That one won't drop in for Peoples, but Team Miller has been to the free throw line. They're now 4 of 8 from the free throw line. We haven't seen Team Lieberman get there just yet.
A little offense, a little hesitation.
Oh, swatted away by Quenisha Lockett.
Huge block. Now, can they convert on the defensive stop? Oh, shoot.
You like that shot for Grace Bird?
I like any walk-up in momentum shot.
Yeah. They'll kick out to her again. This time she drives and was looking for her teammate McKenna Marisa out of Penn State, but missed her. Holmes running the floor. Mackenzie Holmes, the captain for Team Lieberman out of Indiana. Team Lieberman, they can take the last shot of the half if they want to. Fair will slow things down here, 20 seconds to go.
Last shot, that's whose hands you want the ball in, is Fair. Let's see what she's able to do with it.
She's got 10 points, hit a couple of threes so far today.
Uh-oh, she said get out of the way.
Yeah. Watch out. Swings it over to Unique Drake. So the shot won't fall, but at the half here at the Women's All-Star Game, Team Miller on top of Team Lieberman, 49-38. It's been a lot of fun so far. Good to have the All-Star Game back. It's been quite a while since we've had it, but here in Cleveland, things are popping. When we come back, halftime, we'll take a look at Kelsey Plum and how she is teaching the next generation, plus hear from both captains. That's coming up. Here in Cleveland, women's basketball action continues with our Women's College All-Star Game. Team Miller on top of Team Lieberman, 49-38, and we are getting set to start the third quarter. Back over on the Cleveland State campus, Courtney Lyle, Natalie Achonwa. And looking at this first half, what'd you think about how these All-Stars came out?
You know, they came out strong. I wanted to say from the very beginning of this game, I said I want to see points on the board. And we've been doing that a little bit. Couple threes, couple mid-range, and actually some defense as well.
Okay, let's go with the defense. Hey, Honesty Scott Grayson came out really strong for Team Miller.
She did. There she is scoring at the rim. She had a little hezzy in and out, crossover, pull up, and she also hit a three, and she's been so efficient from the floor as well.
And then Deasia Fair, remember, she's going to be a top 10 pick in the WNBA draft.
And that's why, because she's spicy. You see that finish at the rim? And then she hit back-to-back threes as well for them. And I want to see her continue to turn it up even a little bit more in the second half.
Love it. Okay, so both of these on our MVP watch, along with Lauren Gustin and Unique Drake, who had a quiet 12 points.
A quiet 12 when I saw it. I was like, whoa, where did Drake get 12 points from? Little dynamic duo of Drake and Fair.
So 2 more quarters to go here in Cleveland. First time that we've had the Women's All-Star Game in almost a couple of decades. 2007 was the last time. And so immediately Team Miller trying to go inside to Lauren Gustin, and she'll be fouled.
I'm really glad they brought it back. Like, what an opportunity for them to have their first pro game here in an environment like a Final Four. You can see packed house basketball fans cheering them on, and for them to really just start this pro career off on a highlight reel.
Sarah Scalia, you just heard from her, the captain for Team Miller, the 3-point contest winner, comes out and crushes one.
I like that, starting it off.
Yeah, Sarah Scalia from Indiana, you know, all of her siblings played sports, and so she used to throw the football with her brother. She's, you know, a smaller player, 5'10", not too small, but she was smaller growing up, and they were always amazed at how strong she was. Well, she's brought that strength to a 3-point shot, because she can certainly light it up.
I love a multi-sport athlete. I think you learn so much from playing a variety of different sports.
Did you play other sports growing up, Natalie?
I played a little volleyball. I actually played soccer first, though.
Oh, right, yeah.
I started with soccer, and then I had a growth spurt, and everyone's like, hey, girl, you're kind of tall. Maybe you should try to play some basketball.
Let me tell you about hooping.
Yeah. And then the rest is kind of history.
It worked out, 3-time Olympian. About to add to that number, right?
Number 4, going into Paris for Team Canada. I'm super excited for that opportunity.
So fantastic. Can't wait to watch you play over there. Shot goes up from Unique Drake. She's the one that had the quiet 12 points out of St. John's, an All-Big East first-team selection. She increased her scoring this season to last season by 9.8 points per game. That is a huge increase in production for St. John's.
She's got to be proud of that. That's a sign of work being put in the offseason.
Uh-oh, the rejection there from Cameron Taylor out of Virginia.
Look at Fair giving a little feedback to a post player as well. You can never stop learning, even in an all-star game.
Team Miller basketball.
Honestly, Scott Grayson off of the inbounds makes it look easy, and that puts her into double figures with 11 points. Still has not missed a shot.
Efficiency. You know, I'm a little basketball nerd, so I don't care that it's an all-star game. I like efficient basketball. She's doing that.
5 for 5. Mackenzie Holmes looking for her second bucket. Gets the bounce.
Can we yell N1?
Yeah, lots of contact there. Her and Jessica Carter battling underneath right now. Scalia working off the screen. Inside to Carter. Jalen Sherrod flying out of nowhere.
She said little wear. She just grabbed that right off the mesh.
Gustin with the extra work to get the bucket. And we'll step aside here. Team Miller still on top early on in this third quarter of our women's all-star game in Cleveland.
ChampionAutoInc.com.
Loud.
Nancy Lieberman leading the ladies in white, and she's wearing a mic for us in this second half. It's got to be hard. You come in and you meet these players for the very first time, then you got to play in a game 24 hours later.
Yeah, I was talking to Cynthia Cooper yesterday, and she was saying why they practiced so hard yesterday, because she was saying she wasn't sure when the last time they played basketball. It could be 3 days, it could be 3 weeks, so she wanted to put them all on the floor, let them get to know each other a little bit, and make sure that today they were going to put out some decent product for this all-star game.
She's got her son there, TJ Klein, who's helping her coach. You see him talking to these ladies in the huddle. She actually gets to coach him in the Big Three. She's in her 6th season coaching there, and that's a 3-on-3 league founded by Ice Cube that's really taken off.
She looks very serious. I know she said have fun in this game, but her ending note at practice was make sure that we win. Yeah. And so I know that she's probably lighting a fire in her team a little bit to close this gap a little bit more.
It's been all Team Miller in this one, and Cheryl Miller drawing it up over in the Team Miller huddle, the ladies in Navy. Well, don't forget, tomorrow afternoon, are you ready for this game, Natalie? Because I am. 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific on ABC. We will have the Women's National Championship game. Caitlin Clark in Iowa, undefeated South Carolina. Our pregame special gets it all started at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Plus, Bird and Tarazi will be back doing their own commentating on the game on ESPN and ESPN+. What'd you think of the Final Four last night? I know both you and I got to go see it firsthand.
Listen, those games were electric, and if they're going to be a sign of what this championship looks like tomorrow, I can't wait. It's going to be must-see TV for sure.
We got to see a legend last night in Caitlin Clark, getting to see one coach here today in the great Cheryl Miller, a 4-time All-American, an Olympic gold medalist, 3-time Naismith Player of the Year. South Carolina, though, they're a tough team. I mean, undefeated, their depth, incredible.
Incredible. And you know what? I thought that was going to be an issue for Iowa yesterday, but it didn't seem like it ended up being one because a lot of players showed up. I know Caitlin's always going to do her thing, and she continues to do her thing, but a lot of players for Iowa also stepped up and helped her out there and pull out that win against UConn.
Yeah, Kate Martin, Hannah Stolke, so big for Iowa yesterday when really Caitlin Clark was shut down in the first half, only had 6 points. And excuse me, okay, Camp Taylor.
That looked so fluid. That was a walk-up 3, and sometimes when you're feeling it, you just gotta let it fly.
She hit 15 threes on the season this year for Virginia, a 51% three-point shooter.
Efficient ones, that means she takes the good ones. She takes the ones she's supposed to take.
Unique Drake with the steal from Jalen Sherrod in the bucket.
I told you, I thought Sherrod was gonna get that one because she loves to play some defense, but Drake is staying that silent assassin here in the second half.
Well, Unique Drake's had a complete all-around game. The defensive end, the offensive end, she's into double figures.
And this is the walk-up 3. Okay, big girl, shoot that. Yes, I love the fluidness.
Yes.
Can I get it out? I love the fluidness of that shot. Like I said, efficient one for her. Nice walk-up 3.
Deja Fair tried the step back, thought better about it, had all kinds of defense in her face. Drake one-handed the roll around.
Nice smooth in and out, a little shake and bake action. It's a nice finger roll for 2.
She helped St. John's to the WBIT this year. Just dropped a cool 37 points against Florida in the WBIT. And Team Lieberman on a 7-0 run right now. They've cut it to 6.
I really like that matchup. Fair says, I know I can score if I play some defense too.
Abby Shue in the corner. That's what she does. Knock it down.
Okay, leave a 3-point game.
I love it. Abby Shue hit 93s to lead Columbia this season from that category. She is their all-time leading scorer and 3-point shooter in Columbia history. Team Miller gets it back. Sarah Scalia over to the side. And a chance here for Team Lieberman to tie this thing up. Last time it's been tied, only one other time when it was 2-2. Drops in, they're within 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime for Fair, for sure. Coming into the second half, Coach Lieberman definitely lit a fire under them and told them, play some defense, get out, put some points on the board, and now we're about to tie the game. We're only down 1, I believe it's 56-55. And look at that, Drake finishing at the rim.
A 12-0 run right now for Team Lieberman, and the corner 3 caps it off from Abby Shue. Watch out, ball game happening in Cleveland.
Take it from me, Danica Patrick, you'll fall in love with our selection and savings.
Champion Auto Group has you covered. 7 new car brands, 7 convenient locations, over 1,000 used, in stock and on sale.
And that includes Champion's lifetime powertrain protection. With 7 convenient locations, you win big at Champion Auto Group. Shop like a champion. ChampionAutoInc.com.
The 28th annual WNBA draft is next Monday night on ESPN and the app. The Indiana Fever have that #1 pick, followed by the Sparks and the Sky. Our coverage begins with WNBA Countdown at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific from Brooklyn. Well, Team Lieberman is on a 12-0 run right now, and one of Team Lieberman's players is Gabby Gregory out of K-State, who is getting to play for Nancy Lieberman after going to her camp. Look at a baby Gabby Gregory.
A little vintage throwback, and I love that opportunity. Not only did she get to go to this camp, and actually when I talked to Gregory in practice yesterday, she was saying that Coach Lieberman had given her a tip that stuck with her till now, and she said she used to do everything with her left hand to work on her offhand, and I'm talking brush her teeth, eat her food with her left hand, anything she could do to make that offhand a little bit more dominant. So what a cool situation for her to now be playing in an all-star game with Coach Lieberman once again.
Such a full circle moment.
Giving back to the game.
Yeah, from 8 years old to now heading to the next phase of her career when she was at that camp, of course, age 8. And Team Lieberman's really gotten back into this game. They're on that 12-0 run, 14-2 run total. Team Miller's led by as many as 20 today.
Offensive charge. That's got to be in the record book for all-star games as well. Except I don't know if she meant to take that charge or if she really just got ran over.
Yeah. That was McKenna Marisa. I didn't have a ton of charges on my bingo card listed for coming into the all-star game, but there's Quenisha Lockett right down the middle of the court. Got a second look at it, but it'll be stolen away by Azana Baines out of Seton Hall. Up to Kaylee Trong from Gonzaga. Baines stepping into it. And Team Lieberman with another opportunity. Back to Trong. It's what she does, Kaylee Trong.
You can feel the difference in this. Coach Lieberman was really on them on picking up the energy, picking up the defensive energy, and it's leading to easy buckets for them. when you kind of get that steal or you get that stop, it gives you a little bit more momentum on the offensive end.
And it's given them their first lead of this game, but McKenna Marisa doesn't let that last very long.
She said, run me my 3 back.
Yeah. All Big Ten second team. She helped Penn State to its most wins since 2014 this year. Unique Drake, I'm here for a shootout, okay?
I am, and that look on her face. She has done that before, and she said, it's my time to shine now in this third quarter.
She moving her name up in the MVP race for this game with 16 points. Uh-oh! Grace Berg!
You get a 3, you get a 3, you get a 3. Threes for everybody.
Yes, please.
Thought the post players were going to say, I want to in on the action as well.
Well, you know, a couple weeks ago, we saw Camila Cardoso of South Carolina hit a buzzer beater 3 to win it, so.
A little bank 3, everyone gets love at the 3-point line. And there's one. Coach Lieberman gets one for her team. Then coming the other way, Team Miller. Little step back 3 as well for her. Drake said, I want in on the action as well. And one. I like that. I like a strong move to the basket. Maybe knocked a couple eyelashes out too.
So here's Gabby Gregory. She's going to check in. I just told you about her as a little camper coming out of K-State now, all Big 12, honorable mention. Was the Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year coming out of high school.
People's at the line, 1 time.
Well, Nancy Lieberman is leading the team in white. Coach Lieberman, can you hear us okay? How's it going over there?
Oh, we're having a great time. How are you? Cleveland's been fantastic.
Yeah, what's been the turnaround, you guys being able to surge in the second half and catch back up to Team Miller?
Say that again?
What's changed for you guys that you've been able to catch back up to Team Miller here in the second half?
We came out with more energy, more effort, and competitiveness, and we've cut down on giving up offensive rebounds, and we're just playing harder and having fun.
I know you said yesterday you want to have fun, but you did tell them that you need to also win the game. What's going to be the difference to close this out?
You know, it's always about defense and rebounding, always.
Absolutely. Nancy, why did you want to be a part of this game today?
I love this game of basketball. It's just blessed me in so many ways that I can't even begin to tell you. And, you know, to connect our history to these young players, you know, you have to know where you came from to know where you're going, and then we get to celebrate this era of women's basketball, and I can't think of anything else as a baller we should be doing.
We talked yesterday in practice about having Gregory in this game, that she went to that camp for you when she was about 8 or 9. How does that feel for you, that kind of full circle moment of having her now in this All-Star game?
It's really super cool, because to know that maybe you had a chance to influence somebody's life at a young age, and here she is. She's been amazing at K-State, and to reconnect with her when I was doing games for Fox this year, it just made me feel good. It was the same thing with Lindsay Wisdom Hilton, who played at Purdue. And the cool part is that they want to reenact the picture from when they were 8 years old.
Yes.
So,
That's fantastic. Nancy, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy, and good luck in the rest of this game.
thank you.
Nancy Lieberman coaching the ladies in white. First 3 free throws of the afternoon for Team Lieberman, and not surprised that it's Unique Drake at the free throw line, who has done everything today.
Everything. She's leading on all levels of the basketball. Finishing at the rim, a little pull-up, and from the 3 as well.
Anaya Peoples trying to set things up here for Team Miller, and that's going to be a turnover. See if the defense continues to spark the offense for Team Lieberman. Berg in the corner. Block Lockett got the board. Back to Peoples. Up, back, and in from Dreana Edwards.
Edwards was big on that run in the first quarter, so her getting back on the board and helping them here, help them keep this lead.
Team Miller trying to push pace. And Dre Edwards, she was running the floor to get out there to be an option.
Edwards again at the rim. I love a strong finish through the contact. They're not calling fouls in the All-Star game.
Yeah, we've seen a couple.
Maybe a few. Actually, we saw some free throws. Oh, speaking of it, there it is.
Yep. So it's Team Miller leading Team Lieberman at the half. And then Team Lieberman able to actually outscore Team Miller here in the third quarter. Trying to catch back up once again. 71-65, 10 seconds to go here in the third. Team Miller can take the last shot of the quarter. Peoples looking at the elbow. In and out. 10 minutes to play, and Team Miller on top 71-65 here in Cleveland at the Women's All-Star Game.
Take it from me, Danica Patrick. No one beats Champion Checkered Flag Pre-Owned.
Here's why used buyers love Champion Automotive Group.
Champion Checkered Flag Pre-Owned comes with lifetime powertrain protection, 10-year roadside assistance, and more.
Plus, Champion has over 1,000 pre-owned to choose from with lifetime powertrain protection.
Exclusively at Champion Auto Group. Shop like a champion. ChampionAutoInc.com.
Get ready for tomorrow. We are at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific on ABC. It is the National Championship. Iowa and South Carolina, our pregame special gets it all started at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Plus, Bird and Taurasi will be on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Down the road from the Final Four of the National Championship here in Cleveland, we have the All-Star Game, and Team Lieberman actually outscored Team Miller 27-22 in that third quarter.
At some point they were down by 20, and Coach Lieberman really lit a fire into them and said, we need our defense to lead to our offense. So they picked up the energy, they got a little feisty on the defensive end, and they got some nice buckets led by Drake there.
Drake had 9 points in the third quarter, and it was a 12-0 run in that third quarter for Team Lieberman. Drake and Fair, the two teammates for Team Lieberman, in double figures. So 10 minutes on the clock in the fourth quarter here in our All-Star Game. We're gonna have a special ending. We'll tell you about that in just a minute. This game ended a little bit differently than most basketball games. There's some good defense from Peoples.
Peoples was guarding everybody there. I think they were switching, and she ended up guarding the ball.
Lockett driving in, getting physical.
Pump, little excuse me miss, I'm coming through.
Straight down to Holmes with the turnaround, and Mackenzie Holmes is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
She did that plenty at Indiana this season. Here it is, waiting for the big to get down the court. And she hit a little hook shot. See, I know I said calling fouls, but I don't know if that one was a foul. But we'll give her a little three-point play here. We want to keep the game interesting before we get to this special ending.
We talked about Mackenzie Holmes in Indiana. It was so fun to watch her growth over her career in Indiana. She just got better and better, got into better shape every year of her career. An AP All-American this year, All Big Ten first team selection.
That ability to grow, that effort to put in the hard work is going to really help her at the pro level, because you can't settle at the pro level. You have to continue to get better, especially in the WNBA when there's only 144 jobs. If you want to keep a job in the WNBA, you have to keep getting better.
Yeah, sometimes if you're just watching women's college basketball, you forget this is just the start of their playing career. They're not their best yet. Wait till they get to the next level. Even if they go play overseas and they play in the pros, that growth is going to be huge. Where do you think you grew the most when you hit the pros?
I think it was my second or third year. I was coming off that ACL injury, so it took me a little bit to get back in the flow of it, but I really approach the off season and playing overseas with the mentality of getting better and fine-tuning my craft.
Quenisha Lockett with the interception, if you will, flew out of there like a cornerback. And so we'll see a massive substitution. Everybody for Team Miller new coming in off the bench.
There it is. I thought she was going to shoot the three.
Yeah, she thought she might too for a second.
Sometimes when you overthink it, it's better to just shoot the one that comes naturally to you.
She's got 11 points so far today. Scalia in the lane, not just a three-point shooter.
I was going to say, I thought she was going to shoot it too. Maybe I'm thinking everyone's going to shoot it. Taylor's going to shoot it?
I mean, we're here for it. We had a back and forth. Three ball. Sherrod hits Scalia in transition. Put back by Lauren Gustin.
Shit, I'll clean it up for you. It's okay. We'll call it a pass. It's a pass off the side,
absolutely.
Side of the rim.
Deasia Fair has 12 points today. She'll turn it around and dish it off to Sydney Taylor. Louisville's finest, former Louisville Cardinal. Oh, a great look for Sherrod, but hey, Jessica Carter gonna help her out on the other side. Cameron Taylor off.
That was where she hit that other walk-up one.
And that one was so smooth. Second offensive board for Lauren Gustin and gets the bucket too. Back up to an 11-point lead for Team Miller. Scott Grayson, that's the second shot she's missed. She started 5 for 5 today. Still sticking with Team Lieberman. Fair gets another chance. Can't give her 2 shots over there.
Call that a 2 for $1. Give me that second one so I can complete the play.
16 points for Deasia Fair. Gustin fouled as she was getting her own rebound.
Coach wants to timeout.
So subs coming in for Team Lieberman.
Timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout.
So we'll take a timeout here. Team Miller on top, 81-75. Keep in mind, this is just one of the many events this weekend here in Cleveland. It's so cool to see women's basketball taking over the city. Last night, the environment inside the arena for the Final Four, what did it feel like to you, especially being a player?
I love the growth of the game. You know, I want to say like back in my day at Final Fours, but to see how packed it was, to see fans fly in, drive in, really to show out for women's basketball is something special.
Yeah, we're seeing a great crowd here inside the Wolstein Center too. Tomorrow's matchup, South Carolina and Iowa. I mean, South Carolina's been undefeated. What is the biggest challenge when you look at the Gamecocks? What scares you the most when you're trying to prepare for them?
They have so many weapons. It's like, how do you guard them? And especially with the mentality that Dawn has, that they're going to get up and down. They're going to play defense as well. It's really like, how do you stop them? They're undefeated for a reason.
Yeah, their bench is incredible. It averages over 30 points a game. Sometimes I feel like South Carolina's reserves, their bench could be a whole other team in the tournament by themselves.
I feel that for sure. And we talk about the growth of the game. It's not just the fans getting in the seats, it's also the product. I mean, kids are getting better. The skill, individual skill, and coming together as a team. There's no better team right now than South Carolina, and their record showing that.
Yeah, we'll see how that shapes up tomorrow. Remember,
you got to play the game.
Remember, Iowa was the one that beat them in the Final Four last year.
Exactly, a little redemption game maybe?
Yeah. Well, Raven Johnson, the point guard for South Carolina, has called this a little revenge tour this season because of that. So we'll see how it shapes up. You know Caitlin Clark is going to come out and ball. That's tomorrow at 3 Eastern on ABC. We crown a champion.
Make it fair. She's saying, I am a scorer, but I play a little defense too.
Unique Drake. All the moves, the handles, so impressive.
Snatch back behind the back to a nice little pull-up. Super smooth.
23 points for Unique Drake to lead all scorers in this game. Scott Grayson, bank!
What day is it? Is the bank open?
It's Saturday.
Okay, the bank's open.
It is afternoon, but we'll take it.
Yep, we'll take it.
Honestly, Scott Grayson, 14 points. She started this game with 9 points in the first quarter. And Carter just all over that defensively. Gustin on the break misses. Scott Grayson, the fadeaway. Jump stop, left it a bit short. Fair got it back. The kick out to Taylor. Boom! These two are connecting. Used to play against each other in the ACC, now on the same team here in the All-Star game. Coming up, a special ending to our All-Star game in Cleveland. We'll tell you about that when we come back. Team Miller on top by 4.
All right.
Take it from me, Danica Patrick, no one beats Champion Checkered Flag Pre-Owned.
Here's why used buyers love Champion Automotive Group.
Champion Checkered Flag Pre-Owned comes with lifetime powertrain protection, 10-year roadside assistance, and more.
Plus, Champion has over 1,000 pre-owned to choose from with lifetime powertrain protection.
Exclusively at Champion Auto Group. Shop like a champion. ChampionAutoInc.com.
The Women's College All-Star Game on ESPN2 is presented by Skechers Basketball. Experience comfort that performs. Sadva, luxury mattresses made affordable. And by Roe, weight loss treatment without judgment. All right, our special ending. Are you ready? We have added 10 points to the leading team's score, so that makes it 94. 94 is the magic number. Whichever team gets to 94 first wins.
I'm glad Team Lieberman was able to close that gap, so now it's actually a realistic game,
Yes.
and you can see that they're taking it very realistic because they're full court pressing.
Yes, let's go. Nothing like some full court pressure in an all-star game.
Nothing like it.
So again, no clock. Clock is off, shot clock still good to go. The first team that hits 94 points wins this all-star game. Team Miller has led by as many as 20, but second half has really been favoring Team Lieberman, and thanks to Unique Drake, she's been a huge part of that.
And you can feel that energy and intensity pick up. Drake hits that nice little elbow jumper in there. She's been strong all game for them. Here's the match.
The answer on the other end from Jalen Sherrod out of Colorado.
I was thinking about like approach. Do you just jack up threes and try to get that score really quick, or are you taking great shots?
I mean, Sydney Taylor felt like jacking up a 3, but I think that's a good shot for her.
That is a great shot for her as well. So two things can be true at once.
That's right. Scott Grayson weaving over to Gustin. Edwards. And a turnover into the hands of Team Lieberman.
And that's that defense that got Team Lieberman back in the game. They are everywhere. They're swarming. They are getting their hands on the ball. And now they get the possession back and try to score again.
And defense fueling offense. That was the difference in the third quarter for Team Lieberman. They put up 27 points in that quarter, their most of any quarter today. Again, different ending here if you're just tuning in. The first team to 94 points wins. And Cameron Taylor is about to shoot some free throws as she was fouled going up.
I like how aggressive she was demanding the ball. You know, love our guards, we love our guards, but sometimes you just gotta remind them that, hey, I'm open, maybe feed me, feed the big girl inside.
Yeah, not maybe. Feed me the ball.
Maybe, she said, give me the ball.
Yes. Cameron Taylor, the Virginia Cavalier, drops in one. That pulls Team Lieberman within 3 of catching Team Miller. Haven't been to the free throw line a ton today for Team Lieberman, just 2 for 3. Team Lieberman gets it back. Unique Drake already 25 points today to lead all scorers. She just loves the free throw line. Going back, Cameron Taylor.
I thought she was going to do an and one there. It's okay, she'll shoot 2 from the free throw line. 2 is 2.
She is an 84% free throw shooter this season. Again, this day is so cool because it's the first taste, the first game of their professional careers. All of these players done with their college eligibility, getting set for the next steps in their career, and a good way to bridge the gap between the college game and then getting ready for the pros or playing overseas.
Yeah, opportunity to also showcase, remind teams going into the draft, remind agents that are trying to sell them virtually to overseas teams that, hey, this is what I can do on the court, this is what I can produce, and to be able to carry that career over from college to the pros.
Just a 1-point lead for Team Miller now. Sarah Scalia will check back in. She'll replace Dreana Edwards.
Coaches are so serious that they tried to put 6 players on the court.
Not in this game. We got some wild things happening in the All-Star game. That is not one of them. Cheryl Miller and Nancy Lieberman are coaches in our All-Star game. It's just a 1-point game. The first to 94 points wins it. Sherrod the kick to Lockett. Fair looking ahead. Unique Drake. Rebound by Scalia.
If I'm Team Lieberman, I'm throwing the ball to Fair or Drake up top and clear out. Give them space to work. That will be helpful when the defense steps over. Then they have a little bit more space to work.
Yeah, we've seen how they can cook here today. Lauren Gustin underneath. Team Miller 6 points away from a win. Fair the sidestep off the mark. Holmes trying to go up through the double team. Honesty Scott Grayson hits the deck hard, and Mackenzie Holmes will have a couple of free throws coming.
6 free throws since we've started this special ending target score. They are picking up the energy. They're getting a little feisty. And I like to see it. I like to see the competitiveness.
It's getting a little physical.
Yeah, I like the physicality.
Here's Mackenzie Holmes.
I think the target score is special because it brings out the competitive nature in players. All-Star games can be fun, everyone's jacking up shots, but then all of a sudden, when you tell them that 10 points to the winner, it's like when professional basketball players play bump or play knockout. There's no such thing as just an easy game.
Oh, you'd say they're competitive?
Just a little bit.
I would think so. Fair. Between the legs, a little floater. Beautiful.
Pull up on me, she said, from the free throw line.
And now just like that, Team Lieberman needs 5 points to win. Trailed by as many as 20 today, and Cheryl Miller is going to call timeout. Deasia Fair, 17.6 rebounds, 7 assists.
She's one of the all-time leading scorers in NCAA history for a reason. She's able to score at all 3 levels. That's just one of the buckets that she's had this game. Between the legs, step back.
A little flash, you know, got to show out.
Didn't even flinch.
No expression on her face.
No,
but
love to see it.
the third most points in NCAA history. Of course, Caitlin Clark is first. Kelsey Plum, who is a coach for Team Miller here today, she's second. And Deaisha Fair, third on that career scoring list. And what a turnaround for Team Lieberman, who trailed by 20. To come out, they got their defense going in that third quarter to fuel the offense, and now they're ahead by 1, just 5 points away from hitting 94 in a win.
Just switch, but keep your hand up. One defensive stop. Box out early. Box out early. We are in this game because we're in the bonus. Attack the rim. And you posted up amazing. You should be texting with them to give you the ball. Here we go. Yell me a rebound. Okay? Together.
You heard her mention it. They're in the bonus. That's helping them because they're getting to the free throw line here. It's got them to the lead.
She said, text them to tell them to throw the ball to you.
Yeah. Talking to Cameron Taylor.
Love Coach Lieberman.
You're gonna cut over the top. All right.
Here we go.
Kelsey Plum getting Team Miller ready to go.
I like that she was leading that timeout. She's the one that was putting in plays in practice yesterday, so I'm wondering what she drew up for them today.
Are you surprised that she walked into practice and immediately was like, okay, here are 3 plays we're going to add in?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Kelsey play, she thinks the game. She's one of the hardest working players. And this is one of the plays she put in practice yesterday. Was this her? It's always a bucket play?
Oh, I think it might have been. She's won back-to-back WNBA championships with the Las Vegas Aces. Kelsey Plum. Baseline bucket, Unique Drake.
She looked real MVP-ish today.
Largest lead for Team Lieberman.
A little spicy.
3 points away from Team Lieberman, a Team Lieberman victory.
What a turn of events. Down 20 to now only being 3 points away from a win.
People's taking the baseline. Sydney Taylor with the tough defense. It's going to be Team Lieberman ball. Do you come down and look for the game winner?
I was just thinking that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm giving the ball to Drake or Fair.
Nancy Lieberman. Yeah, she's going to draw up a play.
Yeah.
We'll take you inside that huddle too.
I don't know what you're saying, TJ. No, we have the ball advance. Hey guys, listen to me. Guys, listen up. Nice job. We're advancing the basketball. We're going to take the ball out on the side here. Okay? So, here. Okay, guys, listen. So we're going to take the basketball right here. All you're going to do, D, you're going to be here. Mackenzie, you're right here. All you're going to do is you're going to zip her up. Make sure you get this ball in. After you zip her up, we have a big here. Set a screen. Let's get back into this. Shooter, dive. If you're on the weak side, you rebound. Let's go. We're not 3, 1, 2, 3. Get a stop. Come on defense.
We heard Coach Lieberman at the beginning of this game in the locker room. Go out there and have fun, but win the game. They've got a chance to do that here. They need a 3 to win it.
She also finished the huddle with make sure you rebound. Because even if you don't hit it, you can get offensive rebound, get a 2. There's no clock, remember? So it doesn't matter how much time you take. You just need a 3. Maybe some more free throws.
Well, they are in the bonus. Team Lieberman didn't have any free throws until the fourth quarter. 5 for 7 here in the fourth quarter. It's helped them take the lead. Again, we're playing to 94 points. That's the target score. The first one to hit 94 wins. And Cameron Taylor will have a couple of shots coming.
When we started this target score, they were only down 4, and they've turned it around, and now they could be only 2 points away. 2 points away from the win.
Team Miller led 86-82, and since then, Team Lieberman a 9-2 run.
I'm telling you that defenses led to offense, and being aggressive in the paint, getting some free throws, getting some foul calls, putting easy points on the board from the free throw line.
Both will drop in for Cameron Taylor, so now Team Lieberman 1 point away from victory. Team Miller's got some work to do.
Score, stop. Score, stop, score.
Scalia getting the screen from Sherrod. And it's going to be a jump ball possession to Team Lieberman. They just need 1 point.
Team Lieberman only needs 1 to score, or 1 to win. So you can't even foul them, because if they get on the free throw line, then that's a free throw walk-off, and that's boring.
We do not want them to win a game on the free throw line. No,
so
thank you.
You need a solid stop. No 3, no 2, no foul.
Yep.
None of the above. Just take the ball.
Listen to me. Guys, listen up. Mackenzie, you got to meet the pass.
Okay, I'll take it out.
Okay? You got it out. Is this unique? Okay. Whoever is this player, when she starts to cut, you got to rebound. Let's go. Let's go. Play to win.
Play to win.
Play to win. Be aggressive to the basket. I'm hoping that's what she said in this play. Whatever this play is, be aggressive to the basket.
Just
Even
one.
if you get fouled, you get to shoot the free throws.
Right. But
I know.
come on. I know.
You don't want that.
No, we don't want this to end at the free throw line. 1 point wins it for Team Lieberman. The back door to Deisha Fair. Team Lieberman completes the comeback. Down 20, but never gave up, and they win the Women's College All-Star game.
That's the finish we wanted to see.
Yes, let's go.
Fake handoff, dribble back door to a layup, probably an and one, but that's the finish we wanted to see.
A 13-2 run to close it out for Team Lieberman, and Deisha Fair getting the winning bucket on a backdoor.
Winning bucket in her first pro game.
Fantastic.
What a way to end a college career into pro life. Winning All-Star game with the backdoor.
Yeah, it's so fun. So glad to have this event back. The Women's College All-Star game here in Cleveland, the first professional game for these women. Now they continue to take that next step into their journey of playing professionally. WNBA hopes, playing overseas, and a cool way to kick things off.
Very cool way in front of a packed house.
Well, it's time now for the Zappos Steals and Deals Plays of the Game. And it's got to be the game winner, right?
Of course it has to be the game winner. That was textbook. I'm sure that's exactly how Coach Lieberman drew it up.
Deisha Fair sealing at 19 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists for her. And Nancy Lieberman loving it. Coming back from a 20-point deficit to win the Women's All-Star game, they will take it.
Amazing to have these vets in basketball, the greatest of all time, to play the game, coach the game, give back to the game in coaching these teams. And Coach Lieberman coaching to a comeback victory.
Let's hear it once again for Unique Drake. Team Lieberman.
Well, here's tonight's row body player of the game. Deisha Fair, if you hit the game winner, you got to give her the player of the game, right? 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Yep, couple back-to-back threes, couple pull-ups, game-winning layup. I mean, she was great out here. She did it all cool, calm, and collected as well.
Very chill, and we're expecting to see her in the WNBA draft coming up. She's projected to be the 10th pick going to Connecticut. We'll see how that plays out on April 15th.
Super excited Team Lieberman, as they should be. What a comeback win.
Not bad for the first time playing with each other. Unique Drake was pretty good too in this game. She led all scorers, 27 points today.
So smooth. Dribble behind the back, pull up. Look, didn't even flinch.
And she's out of St. John's. And here's what Deasia Fair was able to do today, all over the court.
She was. Corner three. I love how she gets her feet set. And she can do it all. She scored at the rim. You saw a little hesitation in the air. And, I mean, a backflip.
You know, a little celebration flip.
Just easy. Easy pick-me-up.
So all these players getting set to start the next chapter of their careers, what's the biggest piece of advice that you have for them as they move on now and go to the professional ranks?
Keep the main thing the main thing. You've been amazing in your college career. You have worked hard to get to this point. Don't let that stop you. You're going to start again as a rookie freshman back in as a pro world. And now you just have to work a little bit harder. You're going to have to keep honing in on those skills, keep getting better, keep committing to the work, and I can't wait to see what they're able to do at the next level.
Yeah, really cool. Great college careers for all of these athletes. It's so cool that this event's back. I hope we keep bringing it back. First time that we've had the Women's All-Star Game since 2007.
It was great to also see the environment, packed house. You have coaches that are giving back to the game, and also to see other WNBA players here in the arena cheering them on. You saw Ryan Howard, you saw Erica Wheeler, you saw Aaliyah Boston giving back to the game as well. Kelsey Plum as a coach. Those are going to be their peers when they go to the WNBA or when they play professionally overseas.
Yeah, so such a fun day. Congratulations to Team Lieberman. Coming back from being 20 points down, they end the game on a 10-0 run and a little backdoor cut for Deasia Fair. Seals it. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at 3 Eastern on ABC, it is the Women's National Championship game. We will get to see undefeated South Carolina take on Caitlin Clark and Iowa. It's been a fun one here at the All-Star Game. Team Lieberman walking away as champions, 95-88. That's your final.